Welcome to the Tone Jerks Podcast. I'm your host, Brian Gower, and back by popular demand.
Yeah, Kyle McIntyre, I'm here.
Mr. Kyle McIntyre. It's good to be back. It's good to have you back.
Yeah, I came in on a jet plane.
Yeah.
It was great.
So Kyle, he was, on vacation, and he's back.
Yeah, a lot of people go to Hawaii. I went up north.
Where'd you go again?
I went to the Pacific Northwest.
All right. Cool.
So visited Seattle and Portland.
Nice.
It was great.
So, it's been a couple weeks. Kyle, what is new in your world? What is shaking? What is grooving?
You got enough time for this one?
Give us the good stuff here. You got some stories to tell?
Yeah. I flew into Seattle and, had fun, did all the touristy things and visited a couple of guitar shops, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And that was pretty cool. There's a Emerald City Guitar, I believe. Man, that place is legit. Like, it's like it looks like they don't take any guitar. Like, they don't buy any guitar to put on their shelves. They're like, no, sorry, dog. Keep walking with that, like, whatever rare PRS or whatever.
We want something cooler than that.
Yeah. Man, they had, just vintage guitars.
A lot of vintage gear.
Oh, my God. It was crazy. Yeah, I walk in there. They're all really nice and stuff, and they're like, he ain't buying nothing. Probably. But it was cool. They had a stage, like a fake stage in one of their rooms that they had there.
Roped off or whatever?
Yeah, it was roped off, and they had all pre 65 guitars. So
they had a couple Blackguard tellies, old 52s and stuff like that.
Man, there was a Telecaster up there that was $135K. I couldn't even read the sign. I had to have my wife look at it. I'm like, does that say what I think it says?
No, Carrie, my eyes,
is that a K at the end of that?
Carrie, my eyes are old. I need you to.
If that's $135, well, I'm walking out with it. But
if
add a couple zeros.
Do my eyes deceive me? And it's like, oh,
Carrie, do my eyes deceive me?
Yeah.
Look over yonder.
That's cool.
Yeah, that was pretty legit. They had a really cool bass room. They had and then they had gear that wasn't super rare, but it was still really, really good.
It's boutique and
they still had boutique stuff. They had some random stuff that like a handmade bass. I'm like,
mm-hmm.
I was looking at it when the guys was walking by and he saw me he's like, yeah. What the fuck is that, right? And then you get walking in. I'm like, yeah, I like this place.
Keep on walking.
Yeah, it was still really expensive, though.
Yeah.
It's like, what? He's like, yeah, well, it's a Carter body. And then the guy did the 2 bass strings and then 3 guitar strings on one
Jesus
running down. And
fucking Christ.
Yeah, the headstock was what I first looked at. I'm like, what the hell? It looked like a squared off, rectangular headstock.
Yeah.
In the middle was a hole.
Mm-hmm. And
then it was beveled and chamfered, it looked like a lot of work to get this.
Yeah,
I'm like, what the hell? And I looked down. I'm like, oh, God damn it!
Oh my!
Yeah, it was cool. Yeah, they had some cool amps too. They had custom, the quilted, custom amps and stuff.
Is it Benson and
they had more mainstream vintage stuff.
They didn't have they still had vintage.
Yes, there was still
satellites or.
When I say custom, I mean custom with a K.
Oh, custom,
yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
cool,
with a comical K.
Yeah, with the kind of rolled stuff.
Yeah, and then they were more Fender. They had a lot of Fender amps there, a lot of combos.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that place was oh yeah, that's great. And then their pedals actually were really expensive. They had their pedal cabinet. I'm looking through. I'm like, oh,
still old school pedals, right?
Well, I mean, they had I saw some carbon copies in there.
Well, those are.
I know they're legit,
modern day classics.
They wanted $129 for them. I'm like, what the fuck?
You can fucking take take this.
I got one for free at home.
I'll fucking do you.
So that was cool. It was cool to walk in there. It felt more like a museum.
Yeah.
But I would say if you're ever in there, it's not too far away from the touristy spot of Seattle. Mm-hmm. It's down the street from Pike's Place.
Okay. Yeah. So you can.
We walked there from Pike's Place, actually.
Nice. Cool.
It was all downhill.
And then we Ubered back.
Yes.
Nice. Where else did you stop?
I went to Dusty Strings. someone had suggested it in 60 Cycle. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna check it out. Every time I looked it up online, it was like harps and like, oh, this is our harp school. I'm like, what am I getting myself into?
You.
I showed up. I'm like, walk down the stairs there. I'm like,
low
okay.
expectations.
They have a whole wall. The first thing I see when I walk in, a whole wall, like up, like 12 feet high, ukuleles.
Oh God!
I should have turned around, went right back up those stairs.
It's like burning down. Do them a favor.
But hung out a little longer and spotted. They had a really cool Fender custom shop Jazzmaster
custom shop stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that was like the only custom shop thing I saw.
Okay.
But it was really cool. Like it was like a cobalt blue. I don't know what the actual color name is, with a tort pick guard.
And like
I was
relic.
like, oh yeah, and I'm like, that's cool. That's making the tort like actually work.
Yeah.
A lot of times you're like, ooh, good luck.
Those torters.
Good luck selling that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ain't getting nowhere with that.
Poor torts. Poor torters. Tortles.
Torts for course.
Squirtles.
Tortles. War turtles.
He was badass.
Yeah. Blastoise. That was the big
that was the big guy.
Yeah.
Blast this. They had remember how we talked about Nash's a while ago?
Yeah, they had a bunch.
They had a bunch of Nash's there. I was like, oh,
he's Pacific Northwest. He's in that
so
area.
I was playing those. I'm like, oh, these actually they were actually really light.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, lightweight. I'm like, okay, I could see like the appeal of that.
How's the neck? Because they do like the kind of relic, like more like finish off.
Yeah,
of
it was. It looked like someone had been like soloing on it for like 30 years.
Yeah.
And then it was pretty good. It
felt good.
Yeah, it felt really nice. They had a bunch of tellies, they had a couple strats. I didn't really play with the strats.
Those are the Nash tellies.
Yeah,
nice.
They're really really cool. They look like TV yellow, and there's like a Fiesta red.
Nice, very cool. Yeah,
yeah.
I think those are bitchin' guitars.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I would be down to get one actually.
And they're not too bad. They're not custom shop prices. They're like American like professional.
And
are
they handmade or are they like CNC'd or what?
I mean, I think he takes like bodies, and then he finishes them.
Oh, so he grabs like a Fender body?
I don't think it's Fender. Like, was it like the MJT things?
Oh,
he takes those next, those bodies. So they're Fender licensed, and then he does his own thing to them.
Got it.
So he does the nitro finish and relicking to them. And then I think he has like Lawler pickups in them and shit like that. So it's like legit stuff.
Yeah, I didn't.
But they're like, as opposed to like $5-6 grand for a Fender custom shop, they're like, $2 grand. So it's still not like throwaway money, but it's like, oh, $2 grand is way easier to do or buy a used one for like, $1,800, $1,700 as opposed to $5,000-$6,000. You're like, you know what? That's buying an actual relic one. Yeah, I can do a Nash.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's cool.
Yeah. And then that same day I went to. They're kind of in the same area. American Music, which was more of like a, the Dusty Strings was more of like a acoustic.
Yeah.
And they had like that harp room where I was like, whoa, what the fuck is it? Like harps that are like 8 feet tall and people are like playing them.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Well, how much? Those are so expensive.
Like that is a very niche market.
Exactly. And they all gather in Seattle.
Yeah, they're all like, I need a harp. We got to go to Harp Town.
We got to move.
Got to move to Seattle to get these harps.
Town. We got to get harped on. I went to American Music, which was more of like a rock kind of. You could sense like it was more. Oh, it was like a mini. It was like, I don't know how to describe it. They had like a DJ section, but then they had guitars, like actual like electric with the pedals, and that was pretty cool. They had a really good like MXR section. That's how you know they're legit setup.
It's more of a modern guitar player.
The other one was like, oh,
some
grandpa.
places,
It was cool though.
Not your grandpa's guitar shop.
They had some cool amps in there too. I didn't play any of the amps. They had a lot of Earthquaker devices, and they had some of them on sale. I was like, "Ooh, maybe I'll buy it."
I need to start my Earthquaker board.
I know. Better take out a loan. And then a couple of days later, I went to the trading musician.
Okay.
Which was pretty far outside the city. That's not really that far, but
outside of Seattle.
Yeah, it was a good Uber ride. We didn't rent a car. That was probably the biggest mistake.
Like, whoa,
wow, we could have rented a car with the money that we spent on Uber.
Yeah.
They were really cool, actually. They were more used, which that's kind of what I look for. Is so a lot of used stuff, and they still had new stuff too. But they had two C2s, right? I'm like looking through. I'm like, there's a C2 here. I'm like, $129. I'm like, okay, I see another one. $179. I'm like, hey, what's the difference between these two?
He's like, can I?
I don't know, dog. That one just looks cooler, probably.
I don't know. This one's like $50 more.
That is it.
That's all he said. He's like, yeah. That's why I asked you. Why is it $50 more? Because it's $50, dude.
What's $50, dog?
Between a couple bros. Are you not my bro?
I'm like, this is such a sick music shop, and then like, this part sucked. Oh, my adventure.
This part sucked some dick. Instead of being sick, it sucked dick.
And then I found an 89 they had there, like from 83. I was like, oh shit, that's an older 89.
That's ProdiKYLE.
Yeah. I was like, oh shit, maybe I'll buy that, and it was a good price. And at this point, this reminds me of like the scene from Pulp Fiction where you go from like one thing to like another, and then like you find something better and you keep going. And then found, just by chance, I spotted it, the Veriphase, the MXR Veriphase.
Custom shop Veriphase.
Yeah. CSP 001.
Yeah. You got
I was like, oh shit. I saw it like in the glass cabinet. I'm like, they had it with the other like treadles. I was like, I came across. I'm like, oh, there's an orange treadle. There's an orange treadle. I bet it's. And then I pulled it. I'm like, shit. So
yeah,
of course I didn't buy those classic pedals. I bought that pedal. Yeah,
that thing's
Veriphase.
Pretty fucking sweet.
It's pretty cool. It's strange at first, then you're like, you get a hang of it.
Yeah, I gotta have a go on it. I'm like, I thought it was like, I don't know, like a phaser in a box, but it feels like, I don't know, kind of like
a vibrato.
A vibrato a little bit. I'm like, you can dial it in to be like a vibrato that you kind of just kick on and off.
Yeah.
I know they have a roto vibe, but I'm like, that one feels, I don't know, it's really cool. But yeah, no, that was a good buy.
Yeah. That's cool. So that was basically Seattle.
And then you shipped on out to...
Nope, did not get on a ship. I got on a train. So I trained on out.
You trained on out to Portland.
Took some rails.
Yeah.
Did some rails on the crazy train. Down to Portland.
And doing some rails.
Ran into Ozzy Osbourne. Hung out with Blake and Justin. It was cool. Like
Tone Mob, shout out, Swag McNasty.
Yeah, I hit him up.
You guys recorded a Patreon episode
we
for
did.
them. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. That's cool, I guess. Whatever. Yeah. Okay.
I wish I had more time to get a full episode in, but I didn't have that much time.
Anyway, so you hung out with them?
Yeah. So we got some sick ramen. So sick. We didn't get pizza like everyone probably thinks we did. Everyone's like, oh, what kind of pizza you get? Got the Japanese kind in a bowl with water and
not at all pizza.
And then we went to. He was like, "Yeah, I got to make a stop." We stopped at like I'm like, "Where are we going?" He's like, "We're going to Old Town." I'm like, "Old Town,
San Diego? That's a long drive, dude."
Yeah, Justin's driving. We're like, oh, "All right, whatever." And we pull up to like a music shop called Old Town Music. I'm like, "Oh shit!" So we get in there. It was such a sick shop, actually.
Nice.
They had a lot of used gear. They had new stuff, and they had like random things. So, like there was like an acrylic headless guitar, which when I first saw, I was like, "Oh God, that thing like stupid." And then recently, I watched Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. It looks exactly like the guitars that they play.
The Wild Stallions guitars.
Wild Stallions. I'm like, shit! It was only like $200. Like, should have got that.
You fucked up.
It's an acrylic guitar.
Yeah,
it was crazy. It was pretty heavy. Yeah. Like off balance too. You couldn't. Yeah. Anyways, they had really good. I didn't buy anything there. I really wanted to.
Yeah.
But a little higher price than I wanted to. But
a little too rich for my blood.
Yeah.
But then you stopped by the Shred Shed.
Yes, Shred Shed. That was so cool. I gotta play like not every pedal he owns, but it was like, hey, you like the sound of that one? Try this one. You like the sound of that one? Try this one.
It's basically like Blake knows that you're like, oh, we got some MXR boy and and like I'm gonna fuck him up.
Yeah, exactly. Like he pulled out these Mr. Black pedals.
Mr. Black, yeah.
Oh man, like he was running in the shred shed. We were doing stereo.
Yeah.
So from one side of the shed to left to right, it was just like wow, 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 wow. It was just so crazy.
Yeah.
Like the pan, like man, there was like I can't remember the laser one. It's like
twin lasers.
Twin lasers. That one was crazy.
Yeah, that's
cool. Hear what man, like I spent so long there, even though we didn't record like a full episode.
Yeah,
because it was like, oh, my wife's coming to get me, and then she got like stuck in traffic, so we were like, oh, we're past the point of recording something.
Yeah, so you picked something up.
I did.
What'd you get?
I got the Model 001 fuzz from Solid Gold and Tone Mob, the collab.
The collab.
It is sick. It is so cool. It's like a full sounding.
It's good sounding.
Oh man, it's a full sounding fuzz. You have a treble. The switch, you go treble. You can go like mid, just like unaffected, or the bass.
The bass boost, yeah.
Yeah, bass boost.
It's definitely usable, fuzz. Like good sounds all around.
It sounds really good.
Yeah,
I'm really stoked on that.
It's very flashy.
It is. It's super. It's like it may even be solid gold. I don't know.
And it's purple.
Yeah, it's
like for
the lacquers.
My royal lineage. I'm assuming. No, that's really cool. I like that. And then you, who else did you happen to meet while you were? I
happened to run into Leon at a brewery that we had set like an appointment at to meet.
Leon, Pelican Noise Works?
Leon from Pelican Noise Works, yeah.
Cool.
So we hung out and we had a couple beers and yeah, it was awesome. We just like talked about like
shooting the shit,
yeah. Talked about like, things he's working on, or things that he's buying, and
nice.
Shit that he's just
I think I like the thing, like meeting, people, in person is such a big deal. I'm like, oh man, that's cool. I was like, I seen you and all your gallivanting around.
My constituents.
Yeah. And I'm like, God damn it. Kyle gets to hang out with all these cool people. Fuck. Crowd.
Kyle doesn't know how to play guitar.
Yeah. He's a bass player. God damn it. Why are you hanging out with him? No, that's cool. Nice.
Yeah, we it's like a midday thing. We just kind of
grab a bite and hang out.
Try not to party too hard, what I'm saying?
And then
hung out with Sean Arbo.
There you go. Did you guys pwn some noobs or what?
No. In person?
Yeah.
Going beating up people?
Yeah. It's a bunch of kids.
Yeah.
He was like, you guys talk shit? We heard you talking shit on Battlefield.
Yeah. We got your IP address, dog.
Was it like Jay and Silent Bob?
Yeah.
I'm gonna kick some ass. He just basically like kicking everybody's ass on the internet.
Yeah, it was cool. It was real chill. We just talked about like
nice.
We just kind of caught up. It's funny. I've met Blake before at NAMM, met Leon, but at like a 60 cycle party.
I met Justin.
Yeah, and never really talked to these guys.
Yeah,
just like, oh hey, my name's Kyle, and then this was like cool. Like, oh, Kyle's a cool guy. Blake's cool. Everyone, everyone like knows each other, even though we just like kind of just talk online.
Yeah.
Sean is kind of like a recent like, dude, like we have just like a common thing, like video games and guitars and stuff. So it's just like natural. Like
nice.
We're Battlefield bros
and
beard bros.
He hooked it up. Kyle, you brought me a gift.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sean. Gave me a shirt.
Yeah. Brian. That's the only shirt Brian owns now. Thank you.
Kyle, like, I'm like, where's my presents? Where's my presents?
Like you're
like I'm a kid. Like, you went on vacation. Where's my presents?
I went to Portland and I got this shirt.
I got my parents went a Tone Mob sticker, and here's a shirt.
Yeah, that is all you get.
Chew on that one, bitch.
When I was in Portland, so I went to the old town I went to, and then I went to Centaur Guitar, and Leon had suggested that one actually, so I was like, all right, cool.
He knows what's up.
Yeah, they have a like even more legit MXR setup.
So they are very nice.
Yeah, like they had a full like case, like 3 or 4 layers of all MXRs, and
They had
some
a full fucking spread
they
of
had
MXR.
was it JFET driver? I was like, oh, I kind of want that.
Never even heard of that.
Yeah, it's like a 4-knob like JFET boost.
Nice.
It's like, oh shit.
Got these elusive MXRs up in here.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's like millions.
and they had a really cool Boss display.
Nice. God,
Just-
that's your
They
place.
had pedals I'd never seen before from Boss, like just like
They had a fucking like power stack.
no the ones
And
with like
then
the
the DS1X.
no they had I can't remember the names. I took pictures, but they had like the regular colors, but they had like gold knobs. They had like different color knobs on them, and they had
I mean, I was joking, but were they the DS1X and the OD1X?
no, it wasn't
Because
those.
those are newer ones that came out.
No.
Anyway.
We'll talk about it later or clip this part.
I don't want to sound stupid. But Kyle, I noticed you brought home another one.
I did.
Another pedal.
Snuck another one through customs.
Yeah. What'd you get? What's the story behind this motherfucker?
I was just cruising Craigslist up in Portland and noticed that there's there's another treadle up there.
The hunt never sleeps.
Yeah. So it's just a bass wah.
Yeah.
Which was cool. I talked to Johnny about it. It just like it doesn't have a button on it, which is cool. Doesn't do you don't have to push all the way forward to turn it on.
Yeah.
It's off when it's up. It's spring loaded and pushed up.
Yeah.
And then you push it on and it turns on, and then So far I've just played it on guitar. I haven't got to my bass rig yet. But
yeah, I mean it's like probably one of the first like bass pedals that you're like, oh, I bought a bass pedal.
yeah, but the thing is, I may just gut it.
No, I don't know. It's really cool. So you bought you were like cruising the Craigslist.
Yeah, and I actually drove from Portland to Beaverton to get it.
I need to get this bass wall that is
stupid.
like that I could probably get anywhere else.
I left like right before rush hour started. Oh, that was a dumb idea. And then coming back it was like the worst drive back.
You're like, it'll be a scenic drive, babe. Check this out.
No, actually I was like, hey babe, I'm gonna go get a pedal. She's like, what? Drive safely.
Just get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, so I actually left her to Netflix or whatever was on.
You're
like, don't watch Man in the High Castle without me.
Yeah, that's the only stipulation.
Bye.
Don't watch this, but I gotta go. Bye.
Yeah, so
And she's like, I'm gonna watch that. Fuck you.
So yeah, that was the adventure.
Nice. So you came back with some pedals. You came back with some good stories. You came back, a better man. I'd say.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Probably bigger. I ate a lot of shit.
Yeah. A lot of good food. A lot of good beer over there.
Yeah.
How's the beer
definitely.
selection over there?
Like it.
A little different.
Yeah, definitely different. And then like their IPAs are like, I wouldn't say they're weaker, but they're not like the really strong.
Not like punch you in the face with hops.
Yeah, you're like turns your tongue inside out.
You're like, oh, we're gonna get a little more complex over here.
Yeah. They're like, well, you want to pair it with a food, right? You don't want to just pound 5 IPAs. What would you like to go with your IPA? Another IPA?
Wrong. I need more beer. Cool. Well, it's been a couple weeks for me. I got some what's
Oh, did you want to do one?
Yeah, I got actually a fucking few, actually. So, I got a story.
All right.
I bought, got to lay it all out there first. I bought a Fractal Axe-Fx 2 XL Plus.
Wow.
Used on Craigslist. And it was a pretty fucking good deal. Got them for $1,200. Which is like, that's a lot of money. Hold up. You're right. You're 100% right. But they go used for $1,800, or no, they go new for $1,800.
Yeah.
And that's the discounted price. And then they go used, I see them for $1,600 all day.
Dang.
But I saw one locally, and this guy like had it at $1,500, like $1,550 or whatever. I'm like, oh, that's still kind of a lot. That's whatever, but it's local.
Yeah.
And he kept lowering it. It's like, oh, he's going like
$50 at a time.
$50 every week. And I was like, fuck, dude. He's like wanting to sell this. I know he wants to sell this.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? He got to like $1,400. I'm like, which is $1,400 is pretty good. And I was like, I did what we said
Yeah.
I emailed him of the, hey, I'm interested, is there any movement on the price? So he proceeded to email me back a bunch of like, the eggplant emojis and like squirting jizz type thing and like, fuck you kind of thing. Like, no, I'm not going to do anything. Like, okay. A simple no would have sufficed. But
Jesus.
So I'm like, okay, he doesn't want to, go lower. But guess what? The next week he went from 1,400 to 1,350, 1,325. The next week to 1,300 to 1,250, and then to 1,200. And so I'm like, you know what? I just hit him up like, hey, I want to pick this up
on a different email account, right?
Yeah, I actually I texted him because he put his number on Craigslist. I'm like, okay, I'll just text him. I'm like, hey man, I really want this. Is it still available? Whatever that was. And then he's like, yeah, man, you can meet tomorrow. And like, cause I was kind of thinking like, dude, $1,200. That's a pretty good deal. I'm saving. Yeah. They go used for $1,500-$1,600. So, I'm not like I'm still paying $1,200, but I'm like I'm getting
saving
it for
like $300, $400 off.
And it is the newest one after the XFX 3, which just came out, and everybody's paying $3,000 for that thing.
Whoa!
I'm like, it's the newest one. It's like XFX 3. You can run like up to like I think 2, maybe 4 inputs, so you can have 4 guitar players playing on that one thing.
Oh wow!
And you can run your stage lights. And it's all colored screen and shit like that. It's
way.
It is amazing. Will I ever use that?
Hell no.
Absolutely not.
What if I play like 3 basses?
We can run, you and I can run through it.
Yeah.
And if we wanted to, and actually we're not going to. Anyways, so I picked it up and it was really cool to meet up the guy. And he's like a kid. Like he's like, looked like he was like, not like, he was like maybe like 24, 23, it looked like, a guy who's like, oh yeah, I'm doing this. And I'm like, da-da-da. He said like, I couldn't figure it out, so I bought a Kemper. And I'm like, I was like, shut up. Just keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut. And I was like, did you ever try doing the editor and stuff like that? No, shut up, Brian. Just shut up. Just fucking keep on going. So I gave him the cash, picked it up, and it worked. And I was like, okay, I got to try some of his guitars. And he's like, got some cool, like, old 80s Ibanez. I'm like, I bet this dude doesn't even know what he has here. Like, it's like super thin shredder necks, like 80s Ibanez. And the guy, and like, I'm sure, I don't know. He must have had it handed it down or something or picked it up for a good deal. It's like some really cool guitars in his studio or whatever. He's like, yeah, man, I just couldn't figure it out. And he's like, did not know how to like dial any presets in. He's like, he would just like, basically, he's like, oh yeah, it has all these amps. I'm like, you're not changing the amps, you're changing the presets. Yeah, no, yeah. He basically like didn't know what he had.
Yeah.
And he doesn't know how to edit it. So that frustrated him. So he wanted to get rid of it.
Dang.
So I got it for $1,200. I was like, that's a pretty good deal.
What?
Obviously. So I was super
idiot.
So it's super cool. And actually, like when I picked it up, I plugged it in and he hadn't updated the software from stock. It's like 1.5 years, 2 years old.
Oh.
Probably 2 years old. And it had like old, outdated firmware. So I updated the firmware and like updated all the amps and effects and stuff like that. I'm like, he never even plugged this in for like fucking like 2 years.
Jeez.
I'm like, it took like 5 minutes to update it. Anyways, yada, yada. I'm super stoked on it. I've been jamming out and recording a lot. And I'm like, it just makes like everything like in recording wise, which is mainly the reason I got it. It's just to make like, a home rig super fucking good. And I'm really big on the FX8 and the bifractal. And I'm like big on that. So I know how to do the editor. I'm pretty good at diving in. But like, once you dive in with the XFX 2, you're doing cabs, you're doing amps, you're doing microphone simulation, like you're doing so much more, and it is just incredibly good sounding. I didn't want to be like, I'm getting, maybe because I'm getting older or whatever, but I'm like starting to understand like these, synthetic digital amps, they sound fucking good
in the digital domain, right?
Yeah, it sounds so good. Exactly. I'm like, it hooked it up to my Focusrite, and I started just like doing demo tracks to like stuff that we were recording for the new Playing Without a Pilot stuff, and it sounds so good. It's so easy to do. I basically like flip a couple switches, and I'm like, I'm able to record a guitar. I don't have to hook up like an amp and I don't have to like whatever, but I'm able to, through the Fractal, able to record my DI. I'm able to record my recorded Fractal tone. And then, if I wanted to reamp it later, I can reamp my DI. And I'm like, I just turn on 3 switches. Make sure my computer's on, interface, and my Fractal. Boom, done. It sounds so good. I just basically go SPDIF out, so it's a digital output into my Fractal, from my Fractal to my Focusrite. Sounds really fucking good. And the thing is, like, when I'm recording, I'm like, you can tell the difference between like combo amps, tiny combo amps, and like big, half stacks. You can do dual amps at the same time. You can do like split it off and do like 2 different types of effects change. It's really crazy. Yada yada. That's me to brag that I got a Fractal, and it's a lot of it was because Kyle was just like saying, just fucking get it, don't be a bitch.
Yeah, and it was like the day before I was leaving.
Before you left, I was like, oh, this guy is lowering it again. Kyle's like, just fucking get it, don't be a bitch, and I did,
and I am still a bitch,
I'm still a bitch, yeah.
Didn't change,
and I took Jimmy B's advice. Yeah. On that Sweetwater sale, I took advantage of like their 3-year financing for some new monitors. I got Yamaha HS5s, so they're a step up from my old monitors that I had. A little bit, step up the quality a little bit. If
step it up a little bit.
Since I got new headphones, I got new monitors, and it makes a huge fucking difference.
Dang.
And it's just like I'm trying to get a little bit better because if we're doing like
that means we could record like anywhere.
Yeah, we can do a lot more demos and do a lot more demos for the band. I guess we could do demos for the podcast and pedals and stuff like that too. Yeah. And I don't know, it's really cool. But one thing that I'm looking for now, it's like not that interesting. I'm looking for a desk. I need like a legit desk. The way my setup has been in the past like couple of years has been like so mobile. Yeah. That I set up my like interface and laptop on like an amplifier. I set it up on a drum like case. So
that's a dual purpose thing, dude.
I know. I think I need to like my biggest thing to like help streamline recording. That's my biggest thing. Like streamline recording just so you can get to fucking the business.
Yeah.
Get the fucking business. Is I want to record. I don't want to fucking set up. I don't want to run cables. I don't want to do all this. I just want to record. And basically like we can have like record all DIs. If we decide the Fractal's not good enough sounding, we can reamp with real amps at a studio. I'd like spend like a day, just miking and like doing pedals and all that stuff, like with analog and real, quote unquote, real gear. And that would be fun. Like to me, I'm like, I'll pay a studio to do like reamping for a day.
That'd be so cool. Like when you explain it to me, like, when I've heard the term and like, oh, you reamp it. I've never really thought about it. Like,
yeah, because like the thing is, I record all the DIs are already recorded. We just fuck with pedals and amps all the time.
I'm like,
so anyways, yeah, I was like, fuck yeah, that's cool. But anyways, so I'm in the market for a desk. That's the newest thing that I got. And actually, something new that came when Kyle was gone.
Yeah.
This is, been a long time coming. But it's to be expected when you do custom handmade pedals and fucking shit like that. From Lamp Electric. I think we've talked about it before. Boy Tucker over there in LA. Lamp Electric. I got a shit box, custom engraved custom etched, I guess, from a Worthy.
Yeah.
He did an anime shit box for me.
Oh, no way, Brian.
I told him what I wanted. And he's like, hell yeah, dude, we'll do it. It's from one of my favorite characters from Love Live, which is, it's a shit anime.
One of those slice of life animes. Is that what it is?
It's a just a shitty anime with no story. It doesn't go anywhere, but I love it.
Jesus.
And Nico, he put that on a pedal and he made it into a shit box. And I thought it was kind of funny. Like it's something nobody else probably will care about, but it's a shit anime for a shit box.
It looks really cool.
He did a hell of a job on it.
It's such a good like capture on like the etching. It looks so legit.
Yeah, it looks really good. And then until you focus out of it and you're like, God damn it.
Yeah.
You like focus on like some like anime character. You're like, that's what you spent your time on? Well, you did a good job on it.
Good job.
And the pedal is really cool. So I'm kind of at a point where I'm like, if I'm going to buy a pedal, not only does it have to be anime, but it also has to be weird.
It has to be anime.
Yeah, it has to be kind of weird, and that's what the shitbox is. It's like I'm still trying to figure it out. There's like it's a fuzz pedal at first, and then there's the shit switch, which you do that, and it's almost like self-oscillating.
Yeah,
and it's just going. It's your crazy button.
Oh my god!
The thing is, like we played it for a little bit at Co's one day, and then we played it at NAMM back in January, and I was like, dude, I think I need this thing. And then once I hit him up about, like, oh, you'll do custom stuff, and our friends at Unlimited Toneworks, they've done custom stuff with Tucker at Lamp Electric. I'm like, well, fuck, this is what we're gonna do.
We're
gonna do it. And so talked to him about the idea, and we've got it made. It took, ordered it a little while ago, but once it got all custom made, custom paid, custom fitted, and like I was like, he sent it to me. I'm like, dude, this thing is fucking legit. He's like, oh, dude, it's pretty fucking killer. And he's like, it actually looked great. It sounds cool. It has like unique functions. If I'm gonna get a pedal, I want it to be unique because of like, sound like a dickhead. Because I have a fractal, like I need my pedals to be like
way outside.
You need to blow me away.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of if I'm gonna like get a pedal, or you need to look like an anime character, and then I'll buy it.
Could be like a TS9 with an anime character.
Yeah, if somebody like manufactures it, like, oh, here you go. Here's a picture of Umi. Boom. And I was like, oh my God, buy it. Take my money. So that's really cool. We've had a couple people asking about like what the hell is a shitbox and what does it do? Because there's not actually really a lot of demos of it. You have to kind of like be there in the flesh to check it out. So we're going to try and do something. Maybe we'll do a demo. Maybe we'll do something on Instagram. But I'm excited about that. That's kind of a lot of what's news for both of us.
All right, that's the episode, guys.
Yeah. I think we're going to carry it on to a topic.
Yeah.
It kind of goes off of you, Mr. Kyle McIntyre.
Me? Topic about me?
Well, it kind of goes off of piggybacking off of your stories.
My adventures.
Yeah, the adventures of Kyle McIntyre.
Stay tuned. Our hero is in turmoil.
Yeah. So the topic that I had, Kyle, I kind of wanted to go off of your whole adventures. You saw a bunch of them. Mm-hmm. We've all been to a bunch of them, but you saw some cool ones. I wanted to talk about guitar music shops.
Yeah.
Like, what would you like to see, or what do you like to see when you go to, guitar stores, like guitar music shops? You saw a bunch of them when you were in the Pacific Northwest. So, like, what are some, maybe we could talk about pleasant experiences. What are some, like, shitty ones? Like, you actually used to work on one back, like, for a little bit.
When I was a kid.
Back in the day. And we used to go to a bunch. We had some good experiences back when we were kids.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that. So what, we'll just bat this around, like a yarn ball between a couple of cool cats.
Jesus Christ. I like to see like used gear a lot.
Yeah.
I like to see like used gear that's, in semi good shape, but like also something that's not like the lowest quality, it's like,
yeah.
Oh, there's a BC Rich. That's cool.
Yeah,
I see one at every fucking shop I go to.
So not like vintage gear, but like used, like attainable gear.
Yeah. Like the workhorse stuff, you know?
Like we went to that shop in LA where we picked up my orange from.
Uh-huh.
They had a bunch of just everything.
Just random, yeah. Stuff you'd never seen before.
They had like JCM 2000s. They had JCM like 900, kind of like Marshalls.
Like the rack mounted Marshalls. Just the weird shit too.
Weird shit. Like they had like Ampegs. They had like legit like
it's cool. It looked like that shop was like a place where like retired like musicians, when they gave up on their dreams going to LA, they just sold it.
Sold all day. They had some good stuff.
They had some really
cool guitars. Like as far as like, they did have some like vintage, like niche 60s type like brands, but they also had like stuff like they had like the American Deluxe stuff, like like American Deluxe, like P basses, or was it jazz basses?
Jazz,
jazz bass.
Something they only ran that for, I don't know, is that like
it was before the Elite or whatever, but it's like you can get them used there for like good prices.
Yeah,
it was like something that's like, this is like a legit thing. It's not some fucking like Sunlight guitar or something.
It was cool to see that. And it was like a one space music shop next to like a wine bar on one side and like a record store on the other side. It was like oh shit, this is like
You pop
this
in
guy's
there,
like selling shit. This guy's doing it.
He had like used like especially like Boss pedals, like Japanese like
Yeah,
Boss pedals, like
And at the time I was like, oh yeah, well I don't want to spend $120 on a DS1. I can get one for $30.
Yeah. But I mean, and that's I don't know. DS1's an example. I'm like, would you want to spend $100-something on a DS1?
That and you like I would want to mod it, but I wouldn't. I'd be like, oh god.
Oh, you got to. It's like the long dash DS1, I think is what it's called.
Yeah,
it's like from the Japanese.
Yeah,
like silver screw. I think it was like, oh yeah, you don't want to like fuck with that.
Yeah,
one.
I don't want to mess with that. People do it, and I'm like, I see it on like,
but I'm like,
Reverb.
dude, I'm like, it's like giving like an alcoholic a key to the liquor cabinet. You're gonna be scratching and be like, oh shit, the DS1's right there.
Christ.
Fuck. Here's my
it happened and I did it. I'm sorry.
Soldering irons there. I got a bunch of like shitty caps and stuff like that.
Got
over
a couple beers going.
Got a couple beers.
Toasty ones.
Crispy boys. Here we go.
All right. Yeah. So it's cool to see like used gear that's like actually it's been used.
Yeah.
Not like, oh, this is a pristine,
Mm-hmm.
You're like, I'm going to wreck that thing. I'm going to drop it down some stairs. So,
but you saw some vintage stuff too, and you mentioned it before. It's like more like a museum.
It feels like a museum,
and you're kind of like
walking
that's not
in.
like attractive to you as like a consumer. You're like, I do not want to.
I'm not there with my bankroll,
Yeah,
but not to say I won't ever buy an expensive guitar, but it just for me it's like a turn off. You're like, yeah, I'll look at that because it's cool. It's like history. It's like going through.
It's not welcoming for you to say like, oh, I want to pick something up. You're like, shit, maybe I should not pick stuff up.
Yeah,
here.
And they had like some really cool. They had, was it a double cutaway Gibson? I sent a couple of pictures to you, and they're like $10,000, $13,000.
Yeah,
you're like, okay, yeah. I don't know if they're original 59s.
Probably.
Yeah, but. They look damn good, but I wasn't going to pick one up. So I'm like, what's the point?
Yeah.
I'm going to want to buy one.
Yeah. Or
not that I'm going to.
I cannot afford this. So cool.
I'm not going to, but.
We shall move on.
Yeah. So there's no point. I already know I want one,
But yeah, I mean, we've been to like, I think to bring it to us, like back in San Diego, we used to go to like Guitar Trader a lot.
Guitar Trader was.
It was never like anything that was like super huge, like a mega warehouse type thing.
Yeah.
But it was like a small place. Like it seemed like the people there actually gave a shit. And they kind of like talk to you. And especially like when you're like 16, 17 years old.
Yeah. Trying to figure out what you want to do.
Somebody who's like actually like talking to you like you're worth a damn. They know that you're a kid. Especially when you're showing up with like backpacks from school.
Yeah.
You'd walk in there. They know you're a kid. But like they give a shit. And they're like, you know what? Cool, I'll cut you a deal. All you can buy from me is picks. I'll cut you a deal on picks.
Yeah.
Like
that's cool. It shows that they care,
And they're like, oh, cool. Like under my supervision, I'll let you try these things.
Yeah.
Whereas like, they know they're not going to buy it.
Yeah.
And it's like once we started getting older, we'd go to the same shops. And when we had money,
yeah,
we'd be like, oh, cool. Because we established trust with those people.
Yeah.
Those same guys we bought guitars from.
Yeah.
Like you bought your
rig or the head.
Yeah, your bass.
Still using it.
Your bass and your head that you currently gig and record and play with.
Yeah.
You bought from them. So I think that's kind of cool. It's like the people who like give a shit enough to be like, okay, you may like, I'm not going to like guess that you don't have enough money there to buy this stuff, or like only like,
Yeah, I'm not gonna turn my nose up.
Like I'm only gonna like cater to like blues doctors.
Yeah.
Blues lawyers, I think is like rock doctors.
Blues
and
lawyers. That's going with knowing your customer,
Yeah. It's like they're giving a shit at least. And like, you can tell like people are having fun when they work there too. So not only just like the layout of the store, I want to say it's like, it's the people that work there too.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, if they treat you like you're a burden, that's like with, I guess, a lot of retail experience too.
Yeah.
Because you can always do the anonymity and like, never talking to people online, which is super fucking easy, especially in 2018. But I'm like, going to a store is like a special experience.
Yeah.
Especially for you recently, because you went to all these.
When I went to, that's a good example. Trading, when I went to the Trading Musician in Seattle, it was really cool. I had just walked in, they were, really friendly and like, oh, this is where, If you have any questions, let us know, whatever. But there were 3 dudes there that just happened to meet up, and they were like talking and playing, and like it seemed like they should have had like coffee in their hands, like, and like, oh, you know, it seemed like they all knew each other, but those guys didn't, you know.
Yeah, they're just.
And one guy had his amp, was, you know, cooking an amp, and he was playing pretty loud, but everyone was super chill with it. He was just like, he was doing some licks, and people were like, oh man, that sounds great. Here, turn it off, try this one. So it was kind of cool to see that, like, they were super friendly.
Yeah,
super friendly there.
It's not like off-putting. You're like, oh, cool. Like, I do not want to like be here. You're like, okay.
I wanted to hang out there more. I was like, I probably would have bought another pedal actually if I probably would have gotten a CU2.
Yeah,
I was like, oh god.
You know what? YOLO. We're on vacation.
YOLO. I say that right when he's swiping my card.
He's like, YOLO. You know what? Shit, we're gonna have to charge you an extra $25 for that.
YOLO.
YOLO. Ding 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 ding. Yeah, so I don't know, I think that's kind of cool. And maybe like the layout of the store too. If it looks like super like clinical,
yeah,
it'll like turn you off. You're
like, if it looks like an Apple store,
yeah, you're like, you're like, yeah, I kind of don't want to like mess with any of the shelves. I kind of don't want to grab anything.
Sometimes I think Guitar Center can feel like that.
That's kind of the one I was alluding to, but yeah, exactly.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Oh, I think I know. I kind of am glad that like at least the one in San Diego, closest to us, like they started letting the picks instead of behind the counter and like strings behind the counter, you can kind of help yourself.
Yeah, there's like an aisle.
Yeah, and I understand what the reason behind it originally was, because it's like, oh yeah, to deter theft.
Yeah,
because I'm like, some kid's gonna be there, you know, like teenager who doesn't have enough money, you know, whatever.
He's got a gig tonight.
Yeah, or he's like, oh, I gotta like, like, you know, I gotta jam out, like, you know, Avenged Sevenfold tonight. So in my bedroom, so like, I need to get
grab with his fingerless gloves.
Yeah, and I need to grab, you know, with his like like skeleton gloves. Yeah. He's gonna throw it like in his like hoodie and then bounce like when he like gets on his, you know, chugs his Rockstar and gets on his BMX bike with
his Huffy.
Yeah, he's got the with the two like, you know, grind
with the banana. No, it's a banana seat.
The grind spokes on the back or whatever. Yeah, the grind pegs. That's what they are.
I was like, what's the word?
Grind pegs. Anyways, that's a little oddly specific, but yeah, we've seen that situation. I understand what they're going for to deter theft like that, because I'm like, okay, you lose a couple strings here and there multiple times a day, yada yada. But they decided to fuck it and just move it out there so you can grab. Because I'm like, you know, sometimes you're looking at things and you need to grab the package and determine what you're gonna buy. And for me, like, I'm an old ass dude. I'm like, I'm gonna buy this, and I'm looking at like, you know, oh, do I want to compare like, you know, Diodario strings compared to, you know, Ernie Ball strings compared to yada yada. And so I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, I kind of like that I can grab things and look at it. But, you know, it's also like a little more clinical because they have, you know, all their pedals in a glass case locked. Yeah. And you got to find somebody to be like, yo, like, I've been there before.
Oh, sorry, I'm ringing up this Epiphone SL. I'll be right over.
Yeah. I'm like,
never shows up.
Never comes back. Like, you've been there. I've been to the Guitar Center before. It's like, everybody knows. They have their stories. Sometimes I'm like, I came here for this pedal. I need to buy it. I kind of wish I didn't have to buy it wholesale or like full retail price or whatever. Yeah. But I'm here. This is where we are now in our lives.
Yeah. I've bought 2 pedals from Guitar Center.
And, you know, it's like you're waiting there at the glass case. I'm like, oh, hey, can somebody help me? Oh, I'm a little busy. Hold on a second, man. I'm like, just fucking pull it out. And then they go, I'm like, okay, I need to buy this one. And it's like, oh, you know, I need to buy this one from this case. And then they're going like, oh, let me check the back or whatever. I'm like, okay. Fucking like 10, 15 minutes go by. I'm like, do you check your stock? You know, you guys are understocked. You don't stock anything above the case here. You stock it under the case. And I was like, I pointed up, like, the dude came back. I'm like, yo, dude, I mean, you know, you have these stocked under here. The M, you know, 101, you know, whatever the model number was. It's right there. He's like, oh, shit. It showed that we had them. I didn't know where they were. I'm like, God, you don't know your fucking stock or how your store's laid out. I'm like, you work here, bro. You get paid to do this. I get paid to know my store, my stock, and my inventory. I'm like, and own it. And this, guy's like, oh shit, dude. So that's like when you have like the brain dead associates, I think is like a turn off.
It kind of maybe hurts them a little bit.
Well, it's always like the thing too is like, I think I mentioned this before, but it's worth mentioning again. It's worthy for seconds. When you're like saying like, oh, I need to buy like, a cable or whatever, or like whatever you're looking for. Maybe whatever it could be like, oh, hey dude. We don't have that cable, but we got a special on strings today.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Can I connect like my microphone with the strings? No, but we got specials on strings, bro. I'm like, oh my God. You ate that Kool-Aid? Or you drank that Kool-Aid and you like the flavor so much that you fucking regurgitated it in my face. I'm like, I do not care what they talked about in your morning meeting. I'm like, I do not want your fucking strings. I came here for fucking cables, and you
Brian,
don't have the one in
calm
stock.
Calm down.
Anyway,
all the flavors, and you chose to be salty.
You fucking douchebag.
I set that up.
Oh God, that was not a setup, but I could see in your face, you're cultivating something. I see you swirling your Miller Lite there. You're like, I got him.
Like it's a fine like cognac or something.
You're like, oh, I got him.
Warming against my skin.
Got him. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's some good ones. I don't know.
Yeah, I like the small mom and pop shops that
I think I don't know.
That don't try and screw you.
I know.
Sometimes they'll jack up those prices.
Yeah, they will, and then you can call them out and be like, "Yo, I see this cheaper here," and they're like, "Oh, you got me." So they'll lower the price.
You got me. So you're gonna lower it? Nope. Get the fuck out.
Nope. And it's like, I don't know, some of those like smaller stores, like you can see like better used deals, like especially like used gear that you would never see, not like necessarily vintage. I mean, in San Diego, that's where I got the 8015 112 combo.
Yeah.
You rarely see those.
Yeah.
Got it for a good price here in San Diego at Moe's Guitars.
Yeah.
Cool store. They just had them. Like, hey.
Just happened to have one.
Yeah, here we go. We're going to price it like fairly. Here you go. You never see them. You see them used for like $1,000, over $1,000.
Really?
Yeah. Got it for well under that. And it is a killer amp. It is a good sounding amp. It is a giggable amp. It is a professional amp. So good. It is like, I better count my lucky stars for that one. Because it's like people are pricing things correctly at these stores. And you can kind of work with them and talk with them. And they'll usually give you, might give you a deal. If you just like talk to them, whatever. It's like where some of the bigger, maybe corporate kind of stores, like they might, corporate chains, whatever, they might not be able to give you anything. And they kind of like either don't give a shit or want to give a shit.
Yeah. I mean, like I've explained before, but like I've had good experiences recently at Guitar Center.
Yeah. I mean, you've had good ones. I've had shitty ones.
I know. But I did try and fool that guy.
I think it's just like they're just fucking profiling against guitar players, but they see a bass player and be like, yo, this guy's had it rough.
This guy's a dipshit, picked the wrong field.
Wrong field. Let's give him a fucking bone. Not like that.
He's talking.
Easy does it. But maybe.
No, I got a good deal on that MXR pedal.
And then on the fucking Ditto.
And then the Ditto.
Yeah.
And I tried to fool him on that, have I talked about that on the episode?
What?
Or in the episodes? I tried to fool him on that ground control pedal I saw there.
Oh, you saw one of Seb's pedals, yeah.
Yeah, one of Seb's pedals, and they had it for like $70 or $80. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh yeah, could you tell me a little more about this? I wanted to see if he knew. Oh yeah, and he started reading it. He's like, that's not the pedal there. I'm like, damn it.
Oh, you fucked up.
I should have been like, I'll take that.
Yeah, you should have.
Because I wanted to see if. Well, I was testing the waters.
Yeah.
Well, he had to walk away and research it. He probably looked up on Reverb.
He's like, I gotta look up on Instagram.
So I was like, what is that? Oh,
well,
let me see. He comes back. That's a preamp pedal. It makes things louder. I'm like, okay, dude. Next.
Wrong. Nice. Cool. Yeah. So I don't know. That kind of wraps that one up.
Yeah.
So you had one that you wanted to bring up, Kyle.
Yes.
Let's give this one to me.
This is we've talked about Relic's guitars before.
Yeah.
All right, this is Relic pedals. This is like pedal that's been pre-reliced by the builder, or maybe it's usually the builder actually most of the time.
Or okay, cool. I have a couple other things that maybe happened in the life of the pedal. But
there's that too.
What is sticking in your side is the one that's pre-reliced from the builder.
From the builder, yep.
There's like a bunch of different sides to this, many sides.
Yes, it's like a 20-sided die you'd use in Dragons and Dungeons.
Yeah.
Horrible.
There's something to go with that.
Anyways, so
I'm a nerd, but not that kind of nerd.
I don't neither mind. That's why I couldn't even think of the name of the die.
There's something to be said there, so fill in the blanks, you fucks. Go on.
So I got some issues, but maybe you should go first.
I think same thing with guitars. There's a way you can do it really well, and there's a way you can do it really shitty.
Yeah.
You can basically like take your pedal and just like throw a bunch of like 300 grit sandpaper and just take paint off of it or whatever, and like drag it behind your truck, and then like maybe like
throw
piss and shit on it. Who knows? It's like, and then you sell it, be like, we got a classic deal.
Yo,
here.
Man, Jimi Hendrix pissed on this. Pedal.
We got some fucking sick ass shit for you, bro. Or you can like do like a actual like.
You can have fun with it, but
I don't know, like we all know like pedals can get reliced.
Yeah.
Like for me, like that's where like pedals. Like if I bought like to me, like I thought when you brought up relic pedals, I'm like, yeah, I will buy a used pedal that's like chipped or scratched up and banged and around and stuff.
No problem.
Get a better deal because guess what? It's gonna fucking work.
Yeah.
You have that like MXR, like what, the Badass or whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah. That's it's all on its own, man.
That looks like shit.
It does.
But it sounds great.
It must have been something with the.
Somebody did something to it. That's not natural.
No, it's not natural. It's natural.
Or the guy like just profusely like sweat and like threw up all over it.
That's probably it. Actually.
And then like
that's natural, man. That's a natural bodily function.
That's a bodily function.
Gross.
Instead of
it's oxidizing and it's lifting on the
something happened
because they didn't coat it like enough, or they just
maybe it was a bad
cutting corners.
Always cutting corners. Maybe they just. I don't know, whatever it was with that pedal, it was like a deal that like that pedal looks hella fucked up.
It's cool.
It's cool. But to me, I'm like pedals, I'm like, yeah, the more fucked up they are, like whatever, the better, the better, I guess.
Johnny C2 is really cool.
Johnny's, yeah, because it's like a OG one from the 80s.
Yeah, and when you look at the chips, you can see different colors underneath each one.
Yeah.
Like Boss was like, okay, this is going to be a phaser. Painted it. You know what? This is going to be DS1. Paint it. You know what? This is going to be a C2. Just paint
and
that.
Especially with like a lot of Johnny's pedals too. It's like, who knows how much relicking he did using those all the time. Because he's gigging them, he's throwing them on a board, and he's stomping on them. He's like, dancing around with his like, he's got his fancy, good-looking shoes, stomping on those pedals.
Boots.
He's got boots.
He's a boots man.
He's a boots guy. He's not doing like
no
Kyle
sneakers.
and I. We have our court classics.
Yeah, I have my Payless shoes with the Velcro.
We're doing the soft step when we.
No, I think with pedal when it's coming straight from the
manufacturer.
Sometimes it can look kind of hokey and cheesy.
That's where it can get hokey.
Yeah,
yeah.
It looks like someone, there's a guitar builder that's kind of doing the same thing where it just looks like way out of normal. It's like, why would that ever happen on a pedal?
Like, yeah. Like, as far as your relicking,
did you build this in a sandpaper factory?
Yeah, the relicking that you're doing on this guitar, it looks like it was just totally fake, and you're just like throwing rocks at it and like running fucking sandpaper. You're just doing you know, like the
belt sander.
Belt sanders on both hands, and just like, yeah, here's a little spot here. I'm gonna take a little trim off the top here. I'm like, dude, you're not cutting anybody's hair. And he's going off and
like
taking,
Edward Scissorhands.
yeah,
I'm imagining this.
Edward Scissorhands on a pedal. That's what people are doing, and like, but with like belt sanders, and you're like, oh fuck, dude. It's like, have some taste.
Yeah,
you know.
And I think, you know, what I've seen is it's like this is what I've maybe taken from it is maybe it was B stock or it had a chip or something. They're just trying to play with what, you know, give it
possibly, yeah.
Which, you know, I think they're playing it a little too hard, but that's my opinion on it.
A little too hard to get.
Yeah,
a little too hard for me to get.
But that being said, I have seen some tasteful ones.
There's some good ones. I think, is it the Ibanez for a little while was doing the relic one of the was it the 808 or something? It was like a Stevie Ray Vaughan type shit.
Yeah.
It's like everybody's like, oh, and it looks good. I'm like, and that's me like one of the biggest fucking pedals in the world. I'm like, oh, going after one of the biggest like blues dudes in the world. I'm like, we're gonna do one of these relics. Looks good. So one that we both saw recently.
Yeah.
It's a homeboy. Friend of the show.
Yeah.
Alex at Copper Sound Pedals. He's doing some relics of his, his like boost preamp pedals.
Like the ones that look like slice of a guitar.
Yeah, you just say like, yeah.
Like the control section.
Take a cookie cutter, just chickle.
Yeah.
It's like
a hot knife.
Yeah, he's got the Broadway, Telecaster, shout out.
Yeah.
And he's got the Stratocaster shout out. And he's doing some relic, he's testing the waters a little bit. I saw on his Instagram.
It looks pretty good.
Looks damn good. And that's where it does look good. You have to have some fucking class and taste.
Yeah.
That's where like relics.
It looks like he's taking care on like the metal, on the hardware that's on the actual pedal.
Yeah.
And like, just scuffed up a little bit, makes it look like it's been played.
Yeah, and
which is cool because it already looks like a part of a guitar, and now it looks like it's a part of a guitar that's been played.
That's like relic. Yeah,
that's what.
And now,
cool.
like basically, he tosses you the rock, and you're gonna carry that on,
and you're gonna roll.
Yeah, and you're gonna roll with it when you're on your board and playing those gigs. Yeah, it's so fucking dumb, that joke, but it's true. It's there's a fine line between relic pedals that look cool and ones that look cheesy and bullshit.
What's another one? Was it Pine Box and Shoneswood? They're kind of doing stuff together.
Yeah.
And those are kind of cool because they're taking Shoneswood's taking skateboards that have been used in real life, and he's leaving the images on the bottom.
Yeah,
and he's cutting them in and actually making, like an enclosure with those.
Yeah,
and then he's sending that to Pine Box. And he's painting them.
Yeah, like
he'll sand away and make a nice spot for him to paint, and then he'll do his like image.
Yeah, he'll do like
he had a whole series,
hand drawn like
he had a whole series of the Village people.
Yeah,
I had to like look at it like, why is he calling it the Village? And it's like, oh, there's the cop, there's the construction worker. I'm like, oh god, he did like 6 pedals or something. It's really cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. I don't know. I think stuff like that. It's like there. If you, I mean, the thing is, because you and I don't do it, I'm just going to fucking no. I just got to say, all you have to do is like, give a fucking shit if you're going to do something.
Yeah.
Like with relic guitars or relic pedals, like give a damn. And the thing is, people will buy them.
These guys, what's cool is we talked shit just now about them, but some of these boutique builders they're just trying new things, I think, to get attention, which is a good thing, I guess. They're trying new things.
Yeah.
But, he's back.
Pull the reins a little bit.
Yeah. It's cool, though. Keep experimenting. I don't want to... I'm a big influencer. I don't want to discourage anyone.
She's such a douchebag.
That's how it sounded, but I just don't, whatever. I'm a dickhead, but...
I was balling this
way. Chill it, bro.
Have some chill, bro.
Chill.
All right, I guess we're going to close this up.
I'm ready for it.
And we rambled a little while, but it was good to catch up. Good to catch up on Kyle and all his adventures.
It's good to be home.
I got, I had some of my own stories. I had some good shit going on. But let's close this out. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the Tone Jerks podcast. I'm happy, that Kyle's home. I'm happy that, to be home and that you guys are listening to us. But if you guys want to follow along with the show, you guys can, by, following us on Instagram at The Tone Jerks and, joining us on Facebook in our Facebook group. Just search The Tone Jerks. You guys will find us. And if you guys like what you hear, or if you don't, you guys can leave a review on iTunes. It will help us out. Hopefully it's 5 stars, but if, you don't want to leave it, well, whatever. Fuck it. Do what you got to do.
Yeah.
We will read your review on the show. And we have some new ones. Kyle, are you ready?
Yeah.
We can go back and forth. Do you want to do a sandwich, a good one, a bad one, and a good one?
Yeah, we can do that. I was going to do them by the date they're posted, and that would be perfect.
All right, how about you go first, Kyle? You give me...
All right, so this is the Most Punk Rock Podcast. This is from Ella XIII.
Okay.
Those are Roman numerals.
How many stars?
5 stars.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this is, man, there are a lot of things that I disagree with these jerks on. Good thing she didn't say jerks off. But that's a good thing, I think. I'm not punk rock. These holes are punk rock. They say what they want. They're unapologetic, honest, and draw from their roots. It's quickly apparent that these guys do this because they want to and because it's fun. And this makes it fun to listen to for me. Good job, guys. They're funny too, so that helps.
I like that review a lot. Yeah, so we give you the business, and I think if you guys don't know, Kyle and I have been friends since we were well over 2 decades. So
it's been a long time.
I'm glad it comes out.
I don't know if it was worth it though.
Yeah, I mean, it all
finally someone noticed.
Worth it in that 5-star review.
We're done. I guess we're done here.
Yeah, so I like that one. So I got a bad one.
Yeah.
So this one is titled "R." From
he's a pirate or something.
Yeah. Down with Heart. 1 star. First 1 star.
We'll take them as they come.
We'll take it as we go. We asked for honesty and we got it. You play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. So this one here, it goes as following for 1-star review. The first season of The Simpsons is the best TV ever. How dare you? The first 5 seasons of The Simpsons is the best TV ever made. Get a clue. Stick to guitars. Not that you know much about that either. Jesus Christ. There's a lot to take off of that one. So what I've learned is I'll eat some crow here. I'll take it back. Seasons 1 and 2 of The Simpsons are worth watching. They're a little slower, and as most season 1s of shows are, season 1 of The Simpsons, I think, is still rough, but it's good to watch. I still think Kyle needs to watch seasons 1 and 2. And as he said, seasons, the first 5 seasons of The Simpsons are good? I will say the first 8 to 9 are damn fucking good. But that being said, I'll be remiss if I don't mention this, because we are on this fucking podcast. We are throwing it out there to the world. Dr. Katz is one of the best fucking shows that you could ever watch. If you guys don't watch this show, you guys are fucking dumb. It is so good. I think there's 7, 8 seasons of the show. You guys should watch that show. That sparked when I read that thing, I'm like, how did I not bring this up? Dr. Katz is so good. It was done back in the day. H. John Benjamin. Yeah. We all know him from Archer and fucking Bob's Burgers and stuff like that. That was one of his first starring roles, was Benny, the son, the deadbeat son of Dr. Katz. And the show was a Comedy Central show back when Comedy Central was first getting started.
Yeah.
And, it really had a lot of startup comedians basically kind of doing their bits when they're sitting down talking to Jonathan Katz, who played Dr. Katz. And it was such a great premise for a show. So fucking good. So,
all right, I'll have to check that out.
Honestly, I'm going to fucking be a big proponent. Simpsons is good, but Dr. Katz is pretty fucking good too.
Oh, we're getting another review if you do that.
Oh, shit. Yeah. If you don't like Dr. Katz, I mean, fight me, bro. Well, actually, we should get back to the show. Back to the reviews.
We got
Kyle,
one more.
what you got?
We got one more. So it's titled World's Okayest Guitar Podcast.
Okay.
We'll take that, I guess. Still 5 stars, though.
5 stars. I like it. Like the cut of the jib. I like the cut of the jib.
From post-rock and death metal? There's a question mark in there.
Go on.
All right. These two clowns bring the goods every week. So shotgun a couple Kirkland beers and get ready to live.
I love it.
Or is it live?
Get ready to love live. Thank you.
All right. That was awesome. Thanks.
Thank you so much for leaving those reviews. Even if they're not good, they're honest. And the guy who, or gal who left that Simpsons review, you know, you changed my life. You changed my words. Simpsons is pretty good. 1 and 2, damn good. Kyle needs to watch it. Dr. Katz, damn good. Losing my train of thought here. Let's get back to it. Besides reviews, if you guys really like what you hear, you guys can help support the show on Patreon. You guys can become a patron on Patreon for as little as $1 a month. But if you double down, you guys get an extra episode every week, sometimes 2. And, you know, for $5 a month, you guys can get, a code to get the t-shirts, Tone Jerks t-shirts for cost. You know, you get them, we get jack shit for it, but you guys get shirts for cheap. And, just as a thank you for, to everybody who's been supporting us, we wanted to give you a shout out. So we have a listy list going on.
Yeah, I got it right here.
Of a bunch of cool cats. Kyle, give it to me. What do you got here?
We have Co and Paul from the Flippin' Flippers.
Tones Bros.
Yeah.
Check them out. Flippin' Flippers podcast.
We have Abe Newman and Michael Newman. Are they related?
Newman.
I think, I don't know.
No relation.
Yeah. Andrew Walsh, Will Lehue, Bruce Banana.
Oh, yeah.
We have Doug Christ, Doug King, Doug Gann. Are they related?
They might be. They're Dougs.
So
they're probably related.
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
We have Jamie Davis, Jason Fuzzmonger, Adam Rohr from the Let 'Em Hear podcast.
Let 'Em Hear podcast.
Yeah, he was a recent guest, right? Yeah, that's cool. Jim Bowers, Johnny Ray.
Johnny Two Guns.
Yeah.
Jimmy B.
You can't go back. You can't go back to the other guy.
Fuck off.
Okay, fine. Sorry. Joseph from Like My Pedals.
Oh.
Dude's awesome.
Killing it.
Yeah. Leon Wright from Pelican Noise Works.
Double killing it.
We have Digger from Fatfoot Effects.
Yes.
Triple killing it. Triple kill. We have Sean Arbo from Gun Street Wiring.
Yes. Shout out. Yeah.
We had some legit hangs. It's pretty sick.
Thanks for the shirt.
And then
thanks for my gift.
This is all I got. And then we have Steve Mike. He's new. You got to call him out. I get to call him out this time. So
from Hardly Human.
Yeah, he's a local band here in San Diego.
Local punk band, good stuff.
It's cool to have local support.
Good tones. Yeah.
We have good home support here at home in San Diego.
Like you're like saying home a bunch of times. Home. Home from home.
It's good to be home,
Yeah. We're spewing a bunch of bullshit here. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
We love you. We will see you next week. I'm happy to have my brother back here.
Yeah.
It's good times.
Join the group. Join the Facebook group.
Okay. Goodbye.
Bye.